How you doing? Mr. DJ's back. Let's go ahead and see if I can complete WTBC's Top 20 Countdown tonight. Had Judy's Turn to Cry at number 4. Covered that the other night. Now, oh my goodness, we got a Lost 45 and a half at number 3. That's one of the reasons why I like covering these old playlists, because you really get into these Lost 45s. TBC played a lot of songs. And local station 1150 WJRD here in Tuscaloosa, they played a lot of songs that did not chart and a lot of songs that did not make top 40, but were pretty strong in this market. And I did, man, they weren't afraid to play that R&B music either back in the 60s, baby, I'm telling you. And at number 3, we have got the legendary soul singer, New Orleans, Queen of Soul. Soul Queen of New Orleans. Either way, it's Irma Thomas. I did my part at number 3 on WTBC's survey off the Minite. It's M-I-N-I-T. Minute. I'll just pronounce it as Minite. Record label, which she joined back in the early 60s. Irma Thomas, she sang in a church choir, and her singing ability was discovered very early. She auditioned for Specialty Records when she was 13 years old, the legendary Specialty Records Los Angeles, and which was founded in 1945. Little Richard recorded for Specialty. Lloyd Price, Sam Cooke recorded for the Specialty record label various times in their careers, and but boy, she packed a lot of living when she was a teenager. She by the time Irma Thomas was 20 years old, she was married twice. She had 4 children. Wow, very busy. Indeed, she had to make some money. She was waitressing in New Orleans when she was discovered by a band leader. His name was Tommy Ridgely, and he helped her get a deal with a local record label, the Ron label. And she came out with a single that was a moderate hit on the R&B charts. And then she teamed up with the Minite, M-I-N-I-T. God, these little words just throw me off sometimes. Minite, I'll just pronounce it as Minite label. And she hooked up with a producer, the legendary producer Alan Toussaint, later the guy who later produced Lady Marmalade by LaBelle, and a couple of songs, It's Raining and Ruler of My Heart, songs that she recorded off the Minite record label. I'm just going to pronounce it Minite label. Ruler of My Heart, which was later reworked into Pain in My Heart by Otis. Yes, Otis Redding. Irma Thomas, a contemporary of Etta James and Aretha Franklin. She just never was not near as big as they became, particularly Aretha Franklin. She had about 4 charted hits, Irma Thomas. And the Minite record label was absorbed by Imperial Records in 1963, and the singles kept on rolling. I Wish Someone Would Care was probably her biggest hit, top 20 back in 1963, 1964. And Breakaway, the B-side, wait a minute, the B-side was Breakaway. Now Breakaway was later covered by, Breakaway was the B-side of Wish Someone Would Care. Breakaway was written by Jackie DeShannon and Sharon Sheeley. Of course, we all know about Jackie DeShannon, but Sharon Sheeley, big songwriter back in the 50s and early 60s, she wrote Poor Little Fool. She wrote that, covered by Ricky Nelson. And Sharon Sheeley co-wrote with Jackie DeShannon Dum Dum, which was a huge hit for Brenda Lee. And, oh gosh, what a big thrills. I remember when I worked at an oldie station years ago, one of the biggest thrills was playing Irma Thomas's version of Time Is On My Side. Later became a big hit by the Rolling Stones, but first covered by Kay Winding and the orchestra, and Irma Thomas. Here's the thing about the Irma Thomas version. Now, the guy who wrote the song, and I guess he wrote the music as well, his name was Jerry Regavoy. But Jerry Regavoy didn't write all the lyrics to the song. By the time Irma Thomas got into the recording studio to record her version of Time Is On My Side, there was only 2 lyrics. Time is on my side and you'll come running back. That's it. The arranger, his name was H.B. Barnum. He roped in a songwriter. His name was Jimmy Norman, to write some more lyrics for the song, and supposedly legend has it that Jimmy Norman just barely finished writing the rest of the song, the lyrics, just in time for just before Irma Thomas walked into the recording studio. to lay down her vocals. Well, those things happen. It's rock and roll, baby. Irma Thomas's version of Time Is On My Side, that did not chart, but the Rolling Stones made it to their first. Actually, I think Time Is On My Side, that was Rolling Stones' first top 10 hit here in the States. Maybe it's top 20. But anyway, got Irma Thomas. I Did My Part at number 3 on WTBC's playlist. Did not chart. Nowhere in sight on Billboard's Hot 100. Number 3, Irma Thomas, WTBC's Top 20 survey of August 8th, 1963.